What's up, friends? Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Sizzo. This is CizzGotRizz, aka CGR Network, and today we're going to be running a little bit different of a show. Usually I do like live streams and things, but I recently did a popular Reddit post this week, so I'm surprised, man. It was actually like the number one Reddit post of the week, so I feel like I want to do a video a little bit different this time around and a little reaction, like Reddit reaction, kind of cut a different video and give you guys my honest reaction real time and reading the comments instead of me going all down the comment section. But first off, thank you if you guys are here from Reddit for checking me out. This is my new channel I've been working on, just trying to do a little side hustle and keep my hobbies going. So I'm happy that you guys are here giving me some support. And I hope you guys have a happy new year in 2026. We're going to keep on going up. But yes, I did a post last week, 5 days ago, in fact. You can see it right there. Talking about the 3DS, man, I seen a thing that GameStop posted online that said that the price of the 3DS is going crazy right now, and I totally agree. If you guys are in the community and you know about it, you know like the 3DS is like a nostalgic piece of tech that everyone loves. Like, it's honestly my favorite gaming console device, more than the Switch 2. In fact, I like the 3DS so much, bro. It's my favorite. So I can see why it's getting like pretty high up in price today. I kind of get it. But yeah, the post read on GameStop that Nintendo prices are rising as it gets more rare, according to them, which is one thing everyone on Reddit was saying was funny. Like, rare, like, bro, they made like 75 million of them. But yeah, GameStop is now paying upwards to 240 each freaking DS, bro. And I think it's only particular to the 3DS new XLs. So the new 3DS XLs is what it's saying. But either or, bro, that's going for more than any Switch price. They're even showing right now for trade-in. So they're saying this is only running it through Christmas or whatever. Like, but I still think it's just a precursor to what's about to happen into next year and beyond. Like, the price is just going to keep on skyrocketing if you really want my honest opinion on that. But they're saying they're going to take a trade-in value of up to 240 for the new 3DS XL. Switch OLEDs are 168. Like, bro, that's almost $100. It's like $80 more, bro. What? Switch ones are 150, damn near 90, almost 100. And then Switch Lite 120, Wii U 96. Like, bro, the Wii U is under $100. Such disrespect, man. Such disrespect. But yes, my caption said, GameStop recently put out this post stating that the value of the 3DS trade-ins now go for more than any Switch 1 model. I was like, hang on to your 3DSs. This is not a drill. And, bro, this thing took storm. Look at this, man. We got 4,800 likes, almost 700 comments. And I'm talking, I was getting comments every single day, bro. Like, it was actually pretty insane. I didn't think it was going to do this good. I was surprised I didn't get an award, man. Someone should have gave me an award for this great like post that I did, man. But whatever. Almost 500,000 people clicked on the actual like Reddit post. That's so insane to me, bro. But yes, man. Back to the 3DS. I think it's the greatest console. I love it. I see the nostalgia factor. I recently got my nephew a 2DS and I hacked it for him. And that's another thing. That's why it's going up in price, is because of the hack in the mod community of us having like so many games and all this stuff on it. Like, this thing plays so many generations of games. Let me even show you mine. This is my 2DS XL. I love it, bro. I put like a Splatoon little design on it, a little case. It looks sweet, but it's super clean. I love it. I play it almost every day at work. You didn't hear that, but I play it every day. And then, yeah, this is my other, Switch. This is my other 3DS as well. So I have a 3DS XL because I wanted the 3D factor. I got this actually last year on OfferUp for $180, bro. Right before it went to like 300, like it is right now. So this is a sweet deal that I got online. I recently added like a little charm to it, so it's pretty decked out. But yeah, I got this because I actually wanted a 3D factor. But one crazy thing, and I'm gonna have to probably make another video about it. It's getting screen cancer, man. You could barely see it, but I have like a little spot there, so I need to do a screen replacement. And it happened literally like 2 weeks ago. Like, I'm honestly kind of mad about it, and it's getting worse by the day. So I'm kind of letting it go down. But anyway, back to the matter in hand, guys. We're going to read some comments. I'm going to go through a couple of things that I read. We're going to make this a little entertaining, guys. So if you like what you're seeing so far, hit a like, hit a subscribe, hit a follow. This is Sizzo over at CGR Network, CizzGotRizz. And I do appreciate you guys checking me out. It means a lot to me. So, yeah. Let's see. This is the number one comment. I really hope some sickos don't get extremely greedy now. The prices should not be increased even further. The greediness needs to chill. And I was like, I totally agree. 1,000 people upvoted that. And like a guy said, supply and demand. Actually, I'll shout you guys out. So Ike Radiant Hero said that initial comment. So shout out to you. And Ain't No La Lee Luli said, supply and demand. They'll get more expensive as the years goes on and devices inevitably start breaking down, get lost, or fail, which is true. This is like almost, what? It came out in 2011, 2012, and it's 2026. So this is like a 14-year-old console at this point. So they are going to break down. They are going to mess up over time. You know what I mean? And then I added to that comment, I was like, not to mention people marking up on spare part 3DSs. Those are going to cost more inevitably. So that's a good point, too. Like, everyone's going to be putting up their little spare part 3DS that were like 30, 40, 50 bucks. Those are going to be like 100 bucks now. Easy. Like, I already know that's going to happen. And everyone else is commenting, thanks for this. I'm definitely keeping mine hostage. Oh, that's cute. I'll give you another vote. Mr. Angel Fire said, I'm trying to decide whether or not to stock on replacement batteries while Nintendo still sells official ones. They do. Not sure how long they'll keep in storage as I'm not particularly aware of the longevity of them. That's true. Just keep going down. Ike Radiant Hero came back and said, okay, there's that, and then there's being delusional greedy with prices. Like 2,000 for a 3DS is just disgusting. It makes you look like absurdly greedy. Ultimately, J. Crow saying, ultimately the price is governed by what people choose to bid on eBay, which is kind of true. I'm going to try to keep the curse words off of this video. Regrin said, it's that and also the fact that 3DS is entering in the retro category. Facts. And teens that had them when they were younger are older now, and that having retro things or retro video games is more cooler now, which is true. That makes prices go extremely high. I remember how NES and Super NES games were fairly cheap in my country until the collectionism and nostalgia hit them hard in between 2015 and 2018, and the prices of those games and consoles skyrocketed until the craze stopped, and now the prices are going down. I think something similar will happen to the 3DS, DS families, although it will probably last longer since the revival these consoles are getting. Facts. Kobe347 said, everything will get more expensive because Chud Bros keep using every hobby as a way to make money, or treat products as investments. So get used to it. This is the world now for every hobby, and it effing sucks, but I didn't want to say the word, guys. Keeping it PG for YouTube. Another guy, River of Whiskey, said, have you seen some collection posts on here? There are people with 10 plus of the same model. The lines between collecting and investing have become very gray, and it's making a lot of hobbies inaccessible for people, which is very true, bro. A lot of people are like stocking up on these items just so they could have them for future, and it's messing up the whole game, bro. And like this guy, Mr. Toxic Taco, said, there are 76 million units sold. Someone owning a small collection doesn't do anything to make the hobby inaccessible. Nintendo stopped producing them years ago. Obviously, they're going to become more scarce and expensive. And I put a comment too. I was like, I can see the busted chip paint 3DS on the marketplace now at a cool starting $240. And it's true, bro. If you scroll down any of like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Mercari, eBay, everyone's posting 3DSs right now for a minimum of like $250, $280. You can't find anything cheaper, bro. If you do, you're lucky. Jump on it. You know what I mean? It's only going to get worse, as Brandon T said, bro. As it goes on, it will only get worse. Let's see. Menacing Figures said expensive does not equal rare, which I agree. But in the same aspect, when a lot of people are looking for something that's hard to find, it's going to make it more expensive no matter how much they made of them. So even though they have a bunch of these, they're going to be up in price, bro, because people want them like crazy right now, man. Like, even me included, I'm a fan. I wanted one last year. So imagine people who are just getting into it, trying to get into the new hobby, getting into a new gaming console or an older gaming console. They're going to want something that's like sought after, and just the 3DS is where it's at, bro. It took it a long time for it to get that notoriety, but it's there now, man. We here for it. Glass Silver says, rarity is relative as is expensive. The expense rises as the supply shifts in the direction of more rare, whilst the supply stagnates or decreases. Kind of a little word salad there, buddy. Words are so much more than their meaning at the end of their scale. So whilst expensive isn't equal to rarity, it certainly can and will correlate often enough. I like how you came as a contrarian and ended up agreeing with extra words, said Child of the Apocalypse. Good point, bro. Let's see what else. Clumpy Chicken said, I believe 240 when I see the receipt. Facts. Seems like something they say to get you in the door for offering you $100 as GameStop would. Because you have common color or some crap, bro. For real, man. I wouldn't be surprised if 240 credit or 120 cash. LOL Fine Print says that the store credit only and you need to have a pro membership. Happy Trail said, I actually canceled my pro membership with they stopped releasing physical Game Informer mags. That's a fact. Felix said, I'll never forget the time I sold them my Pokemon XD GameCube with the original box back in 2007 and they offered me $12. I still have that GameCube. Man. Who's next? Attracts Infect said, I have been considering picking up a spare. Seems like it might be the time. And I was like, facts, bro. I put a comment under it. I was like, this was your sign. People upvoted that. Sherbo dude said the time was several years ago, but now might be the last best time. No cap. Next best time. Vagobot said, yeah, I got mine in 2021 around January for $100. New 3DS XL in basically perfect condition. Carrying case and Mario 3D World plus a 3D game. Probably console either got stolen or the kid needed some cash. He was around my age and it seemed he lived in my neighborhood. Yeah, you probably bought a stolen 3DS, my friend. Let me see. Vladdy Shun said, my 3DS is my spare at this point. I play all dual screen games on my tablet in portrait mode these days. The 3DS now sits in the closet nestled next to all of my OG Pokemon cards that never apart with each other. Good for you, bro. Mr. Upstairs Kiwi followed suit. He said, I will keep my 3DS. Yes, sir. Salute to that. Lonely Platform said, it's the last true handheld Nintendo ever made, which is facts. It's capable of playing every game from every handheld before and some retro home consoles. It will only get more expensive as there's nothing that will replace that, which is a freaking fact. That's why I love the 3DS, man. I love this console, bro. If you haven't got one, definitely get one. CMCG18 said, bought a new Majora's Mask one for $300. That thing will die with me. Facts, bro. No Store 308 says, I doubt it's getting more rare. There's millions of 3DSs out there. It's just supply and demand, which is true, but that always accounts for itself. I feel like the market has to crash at some point, i.e. Nintendo making Switch 2 3DS emulator, which they're not going to do. I don't think they're ever going to do that, bro. They haven't even put any scope on the 3DS like since they shut it down, bro, which sucks. March Alves 6 says, guess I'll have to keep my DSi then, but it's only the new ones, right? Yeah, that's what everyone else is saying. It's not just 3D. None of your beeswax 83 said the first gen 3DS is so cheap in Thailand, about $45. That's crazy. You better cop those. Nitrodome said, stuff like this is such BS. It's annoying when resellers start inflating the price up to 3 times the original price. And it's not because it's rare, it's because it's trendy. Kind of, sort of, but people also do kind of make the market. So when people have been talking nothing but good stuff online with the 3DS, posting up their hacks, posting up their games and stuff and footage, which I'm trying to figure out too. But Yeah, it's just gonna make it get more popular because people are gonna want it. Like, I want that too. Even my nephew, who's like 12, 13 years old, he's like, he didn't even really want it, but once I gave it to him, he's like, this is awesome, bro. I'm happy that I got one. I've seen this before, and I didn't know I could get one. So he was really happy I got it for him, bro. Admiral Grand said, my Black Friday 3DS will need to be pried from my cold dead hands. And I totally agree, man. You're not getting me to get rid of my freaking 3DS at all. Both of them, bro. Level Math 8707 said, I picked up a real Solgalea and Lunala Pokemon Edition 3DS with original packaging, and it cost me a cool $400. Yikes. Unlike most, though, I plan to play and appreciate its beauty. Just finished Pokemon Moon, and I plan to play all the DS and 3DS games. That's lit. Wanderlust said, I really hope people don't start hoarding 3DS systems now. They already have, bro. It's a console that's meant to be played, not locked away and treated like stockpile. That's facts, bro. We got someone from the UK. Count Queasy 4906 said in UK, I don't know how you even say that. Sex? What the hell? Sells the 2DS XL for $260. Yikes, bro. That's expensive. Here in my country, people resell the 3DS for over $300. Speaking of, I actually got this 2DS XL when Nintendo was doing that last push for the last push of 2DSs for $100 during COVID, bro. I was like, you know what? Let me buy it, and I'm happy I did. I'm never getting rid of it. So yes, this is the 2DS XL that I bought from Nintendo for $100 back in 2020, and it still works like a charm. Smash Bandicoot said, GameStop's just doing too much. They should have never took them off their shelves in the first place, which is facts. And then Spleens followed up and said, or threw away all the 3DS games or DS cases like they did, which is true. I went to my local GameStop like last year, and I asked him, please, can I have a couple DS cases? The lady was so skeptical, but she gave me like 2 of them. Shout out to her. But yeah, they throw all those out for some reason. Now to just have a game cart with a case, you pay premium. Facts. You should see my collection of 3DS games, guys. I have a whole selection. I know older games always cost more with the box, but those were made of cardboard, even Game Boy ones. So I can see why people might have tossed them away. But 3DS DS cases held in the cart, it's like throwing away a Blu-ray case. Facts. It's dumb, and I hate that GameStop did that. Now flooding the market are so many games with no cases, which is a fact. Consistent Let 3863 said, I was literally about to slam dunk mine to the trash yesterday. Thank God I saw this post first. Shout out to you, bro. Dr. Claw 4411 said, LOL at 96 store credit for a Wii U, unless if you don't have a membership. Real stuff. We got Solar Jetman 5, another UK member. He said CEX in UK for unbox comparison trading prices with voucher. A new 3DS XL, cheapest metallic non-blue, just a blue one, I guess. Prices are €168 or $203. We have a Switch 1, €87 or $123. Switch 2's €276. That's so cheap. $276. Wii U is 8 gigabyte, €46, bro. The 3DS is definitely gaining value, bro. It is. Let's see. I'm looking at the best comments. Aggravating Ice 2560 said, this is probably because I've been through like 4 DSs in my lifetime. I've been through like 3, bro. So that's pretty funny, yeah. Chappy Foo said, I would never part with my 3DS. I have the Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds editions, and I love it. Facts. Good for you. Good for you. Rock Waffles said, the fact that Nintendo has a large category of exclusive locked on the 3DS will make this a sought-after item for years, and I totally agree with that. There's so many exclusive games that you're only going to find on the 3DS, so you need to keep this console going because there's no other way to play it. Like, there's one game, Kid Icarus Uprising. You're never going to find that on the Switch unless Sakurai finally releases that on the Switch, and I hope he does. But that's a game that's exclusively only on the 3DS, so you need the 3DS to play that thing, man. That guy from yours said, "This is insane. It sold much better than the Vita, had several revisions, and the Nintendo were even throwing these away for $99. Yes, at the end of its life cycle. Yet the Vita barely went up in price in comparison." Oh, wow. Yeah, he's talking about the Vita. Yeah, the Vita's really cheap, man. But Nintendo, you know Nintendo's where it's at, bro. We all love Nintendo around here. People are talking about the Aim Thor. I put my buddy onto that. No one wants that. It's like a new dual screen console. I wouldn't get one. I'm only going to support Nintendo. You know what I mean? Let's do a couple more comments and then we'll wrap this video up, guys. But yes, I do want to say thank you to Reddit for checking me out, for boosting up this post that I made. You guys are the best. I love Reddit for that. And if you do like what you're seeing, please hit a like, hit a subscribe, and a follow for me, friends. It will make my day to know that this video got out there, just like my Reddit post did. So I appreciate you guys all the time. But let me read a couple more comments and we're going to call it a day. Let's see. Peace 99-1 said last year was maybe the last of somewhat good prices, which is facts. Like I said, I got my red 3DS, new 3DS XL, in fact, for $180 from a lady in New York on OfferUp. So since then, since I bought it, I've been seeing everyone else been getting that itch to buy it too, and the price has gone up like crazy. So that same one, that red 3DS XL, is now going for like $300 easy, bro, and it's gonna keep going up. Like, you see, GameStop is offering $240 for these, so they're gonna flip around and sell it for $500. Like, bro, that's exactly what they're planning. Let's see. Awkward Bit 8944 said, I sold mine back in 2019. Ever since, the price has gone up, and that's what I want you guys not to get. Like, we don't want to ever feel that feeling of loss, man. Oni Chuck said, I won't sell my original 3DS till I get $249.99, which is what I paid for it, which is true. That's how much they were for retail back then. And GameStop is saying, nah, we're just going to give it $10 less so we can say that we're not buying it for a regular price. Let's see. There's got to be another good, funny comment. Most people talking about what they had. That's a long one. I don't know if I want to read that. All right, we're going to make this the last comment. Cool shot. Man, I got so lucky finding a new Nintendo 3DS XL last Christmas for $80. Whoa. Been playing it pretty much nonstop. Market where I'm at is easily over 200. Facts. Maybe 160 for a standard model in fair condition. So, hey, man, you got lucky, bro. But yes, man, I just wanted to do a quick video showing off my comments and kind of doing a reaction to the comments, because I didn't want to go through each one and put a little comment, but I'd rather just do a video instead. We're going to put a link under the actual post to this video, or to this Reddit post, so you can see the link to the YouTube there, but I'm going to also have it on YouTube as well. Once again, this is CGR Network, Cizzo. You can find me on Twitch, you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on TikTok and Twitter too. All those handles, CGR, CizzGotRizz, CGR Network. Signing out. Peace.